Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Now today we are going to be talking about the Switch Oled and kind of see whether it's worth it to buy in 2023 or not. So here is the console itself. We're going to get straight into it. I'm not going to show you an overview about it. These do not come with it. These are the Hori Split Pet Compact. These are extra controllers you can buy. They just clip right onto it. It's meant for handheld mode only. Make a separate videos on these, but these are $50. Here is the console itself. As you can see, it is very, very different in my opinion. If you just turn it on, you can see the bezel is very much smaller, and you have that 7-inch OLED disc screen. Very, very nice, very vivid colors. It's honestly a game changer in how you play games and what games you want to revisit and see whether they're better or not. And then in the back you have your reinvented kickstand, which is actually a kickstand this time around. You just pull it from here and then you can pull it up. It's a very, very good kickstand. These hinges are actually metal. If you watch teardowns or if you take your own apart, these hinges are actually metal, but you can put it in any orientation you would like and it will stand up in every single one, all the way to the top, all the way to the very, very bottom, and then you shut it. And as you might have seen already, that is where your micro SD card goes. It holds up to 2 terabytes, but there's no 2 terabyte micro SD card currently out. So the max you can hold currently is 1 terabyte. And I'm launching a game. I'm going to shut this off. Around here, you have your USB-C port. You have your little contacts for when you put it in the dock. On the top, you have your power button, your plus and minus for volume, your fan grill, and your game cart slot, which does look a little bit different. You're gonna have a bit of fingernail to get it out, but it does work the same exact way. It's just a little bit different there. And of course you do have your headphone jack. The fan grill is different from the last model. They've used different plastics around here, so it's not gonna break or anything like that. As you can see, it's very, very good plastics around there. And these look a little bit different too. Just kind of making things a little bit different, a little bit refined. The fan and the heatsink in this model is a little bit different. I haven't noticed any frame drops in any games, whether that's Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, when there's a lot of people and the matches and whatnot. But I haven't noticed any differences. I've noticed that it's quieter than the old one because I used to have the Red Box Edition Switch, and I have noticed that the fan speed is quieter, but I have not noticed it being, frame drops or anything like that. Now, the second biggest change, besides the screen and the kickstand, is going to be the dock. One comes in white, as you can, see, but the kickstand itself is a massive, massive improvement. So let's take a look at the back. First, you have the back here. You have this little cutout right here, which is angled like that. The other one was 90-degree angle. This one's kind of like a smoother rainbow angle, which I like a lot. The back, it's not in hinges, it just comes off, which personally I like. I personally like that. And here you have your AC adapter, HDMI out, and LAN. Instead of buying LAN, hooking up to USB and no latency and whatever that has to do and spending more money, it hooks up with gigabit LAN right on the dock, which is phenomenal. You do have these little cutouts for fan speed, for some ventilation and whatnot. And you have your 2 USB on the side, which is phenomenal. The fact you get your AC, HDMI, LAN, and 2 USB is, I honestly love that a lot. And if you look on the side, kind of get that U shape. I don't know if the old one had that or not. I don't believe it did, but there was little rubber protectors on each side to kind of space it out, and the whole back side of this is coated in a rubber coating, so it's not going to scratch your screen whatsoever. This whole entire thing is rubber. It's not plastic, it's rubber. Same thing with the back. The back is plastic, but it's coated in a thin rubber coating, and there's also rubber on both sides, right here, right here, right here, right here. So your Switch is going to be perfectly fine when you set it in there. It's not going to scratch it. It does still rattle a little bit, but you don't have to worry about it scratching your screen or scratching your console at all. It's not going to do any damage whatsoever. You also do get your standard thing where you put your Joy-Cons in. Obviously, this is not charging it. You have to buy that separately. But if you want to use it and play your Switch games, what I've been using it honestly for is hooking it up to my phone and playing GeForce Now. I love doing that. But talking about the Joy-Cons, they're Joy-Cons. They're basically the same. I've not noticed literally any difference from the Redbox model to the launch model of these ones. Someone can tell me I'm wrong. I don't think they're the exact same. The thing I have noticed though is if you put a Joy-Con in, there is a little bit less rattle when it comes to the actual hooking up to the console. There's a tiny bit less rattle and less movement and less play, but there is still, in my opinion, too much to be calling it, you know, a handheld and solid and whatnot, which is really why I like the Hori pads. You get way better analog sticks. I cannot stress enough how much better these analog sticks are. These are full like Xbox PlayStation controller analog sticks, super smooth. This just feels like it's on an X and Y plane. You can really feel it. This one, you can really go around. You also do have your actual D-pad, real good buttons, better triggers. If you're gonna pick up a Switch OLED, I would recommend picking up the Hori Split Pad Compact or the Pro. They have a whole bunch of different colors. They're like $50 at retail stores. But yeah, this is basically the same. There's no different fake D-pad. Honestly, I don't really like the Joy-Cons compared to those. But if you're just going to use the Joy-Cons, they're perfectly fine, perfectly serviceable. You will get stick drift. It's just what happens with Joy-Cons. The analogs feel alright. They're not amazing, but it gets the job done. I just wish for the $80 that Nintendo's asking, they would put a little bit more quality. I know there's a whole bunch of sensors and IR cameras and stuff, but I would hope for a little bit better quality materials here. The actual plastic itself on the Joy-Con is a little bit smoother, a little bit more refined than the old ones. It's not kind of like that rubber coating or whatever, but besides that, it's basically the exact same thing. That's really what you get in the box. It's really what all is new with the Switch OLED. Now the real question is, should you buy one in 2023 when there is a new Switch Pro that has been rumored to be coming out? In my opinion, yes, you should. The Switch Pro is not going to come out till 2024, maybe early 2025. In the end, the matter is you can always sell it. You can always do whatever you want with it. And if you don't already have a Switch, 100% get the Switch. I cannot stress enough, 100% get the Switch OLED over the regular one. The OLED screen's a game changer. You have 64 gigs of storage besides 32. And the other one, you have the vastly improved dock with the LAN in it. You got your two USBs. You got your way better kickstand. It's miles better than the other one. But if you already have a Switch you upgrade, that really depends on what you use your Switch for and what you want to do with it. In my opinion, I think you should be getting this one and selling your old one, transferring it over and whatnot. It's totally up to you. You do what you want with it. But if it were me, I would get the Switch OLED, knowing how good the screen really is. It is miles better. It is so vibrant. It is just so much better. I am struggling. There we go. It is not paired. There we go. But yeah, it is so much better, so much more vibrant. In my opinion, it's more responsive because it's an OLED screen instead of an LCD screen. The response time is better. There's no ghosting. It is such a way better gaming experience to have the OLED screen versus the other one. Again, it is up to you. But that's kind of my thoughts and opinions about it. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Whether you're going to be picking up a Switch OLED right now, or if you have one, your experiences with it. Let me know. And yeah, see you next one. Goodbye.